So you're not seeing how Olivia ties into all of this.
Secretary said she was in a
Just
meeting.
because they felt
Play
like
this how
throwing
you
her
like, but
in?
let's not share evidence if we can. There's a few details we probably shouldn't let everyone know just yet.
Yeah, I got you.
Detective Curtis, long time no see.
Allison Conway? You're the acting CEO?
That's right.
Dr. Markovich didn't mention your name. This is Detective Benson.
Pleasure. Now, I'm a very busy woman at the moment. I don't have time to talk, unless you've got a new lead on Harrison's murder.
I've got a new lead on Harrison's murder.
Great. You've got 5 minutes.
So how long has this been? The case we just did occurred in like 99 or something like that. And the last one that we had with Olivia, which was like ear witness, happened in like 2010. Huh, so this one has to be in like 2010, 2011. She is old enough to be there. It's very interesting. And by the way, still can't stand Olivia's voice actor in this. I don't have anything against her, it's just that's not Olivia's voice. And right now, Law & Order SVU is actually playing, so I'm very just like, irk, that's not her voice.
Did Giles receive any threats he was worried about recently?
Threats? No. Nothing like that.
True? No. Why? Giles told Briscoe he was afraid of being stabbed by a pelican. Giles told Benson he received threats. Doctor mentioned anonymous email threats. Giles told Curtis he received threats from the 1%.
His doctor mentioned anonymous email threats from the 99%.
I'm sure that was just spam. He wasn't taking them seriously. It didn't bother him.
Is this true? I'm gonna go with no. And by the way, she does look slightly older, so only slightly, probably just like mostly in the face, probably not the body, other than maybe making her a little bit taller. Bedford was a powerful SOB. Not afraid of some dirty hippies. Doctor mentioned he wanted anti-anxiety medication. Doctor mentioned Bedford was growing increasingly paranoid. Bedford clearly had a guilty conscience.
His doctor also told us Giles said he felt vulnerable.
Hearsay, Detective.
We're not in court. He also asked for a refill on his anti-anxiety medication.
Doctors.
Why'd you put a stop to my interview with Dr. Markovich?
It wasn't personal, Detective. I have a legal and ethical obligation to protect the company.
Telling the truth? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes, just to find out I'm wrong. Oh, okay, I'm correct for once. Most of the time when I feel like I'm going against the grain, I'm wrong. Why, she's Giles Bedford's only daughter? No. She's the acting CEO. She's the lawyer for the corporation. She's part of the conspiracy.
Giles Bedford is the founder of this firm, and you were questioning his personal physician. It was inappropriate at best. As CEO, I can't stand by and let a police investigation further destabilize an already very unstable situation. I'm sure you understand.
It's Giles Bedford who may be in danger here.
Giles.
Allison, there's no way to break this gently. My lead suspect right now in Harrison's murder is his father, Giles.
Really? Is that all you got? Because that is utterly ridiculous. If it weren't potentially slanderous, I'd be laughing. Giles Bedford loved his son. I will back Giles all the way on this. I was there, Detective.
I'm not the only one who thinks he could have done this.
Okay, who else? Share your evidence.
Do you want to share case evidence with her? No, not really. There's no evidence to share. Too early in the case to share that kind of information. Evidence is only for the judge and lawyers to see. The evidence is embarrassing to the police department.
I'm sorry, Allison. I can't share that kind of information with you.
Then we're wasting each other's time. Where's Detective Briscoe? I'd like to talk to him if you don't mind.
You can't.
Why not?
He's dead.
Oh.
Passed away a couple years ago.
Oh God, I'm sorry. He was your partner.
I did not know that he passed away. I thought that he retired, but I don't know anything about that story or anything like that, so...
Allison, this is obviously a difficult time for you. We don't want to add to the stress here. We just want to make sure no one is trying to hurt Giles.
Thanks.
Do you know if Giles has any other relatives who could help us investigate?
His wife passed many years ago, and Harrison, of course, is gone. No one else.
Nope. What about his other son? Franklin. By the way, I have a kitty on my butt right now, all of a
Didn't
sudden.
he have another son?
Franklin.
Oh, right. God. Yes, Franklin, of course. Sorry, he's in Minnesota. Decided to drop out. Gave up his inheritance. Cut all ties.
Interesting.
Was Giles ever cold to you?
How do you mean?
Did he ever give you reason to think maybe he didn't approve? I mean, it must have been hard, stepping into the Bedford social strata.
No, there was never a problem.
Believe her? No. Why, Fontana mentioned that he didn't think that Allison fit in. Doctor said it was no secret that Giles didn't approve. The doctor mentioned that Allison hates Giles. The doctor mentioned that the entire family hated Allison. Oh, well, that's not nice.
We heard that maybe Giles had a difficult time accepting you and Harrison as a couple.
Oh, that? It's been overblown. And besides, look at me now. Things worked out just fine, didn't they?
Well, take a look at this. You look familiar?
No.
That's a lie.
Allison, if you really want to protect Mr. Bedford, then at least tell us who this guy is. He may want to hurt him.
I can't be sure. Maybe it's not.
Tell us, please.
It's Franklin. Harrison's little brother. Giles' other son. He used to have a crush on me. I never felt the same. But I haven't seen him in 10 years, not since he moved away.
Looks like he's back.
You arrested him once, remember? Falsely.
Oh yeah, the prep school murder. This is the same kid?
He's gone through a lot of changes since then. I guess we all have.
Would he have any reason to want to hurt your father?
Hard to say. Franklin got more and more unpredictable after college. Mood swings. Some days he loved Giles, other days Giles was an evil corporate tyrant.
Do you know where we could find him?
No, honestly, he hasn't been in touch.
Thanks, Allison. Let us know if he contacts you.
I did awesome that time.
Dead end.
No one knows where Franklin is.
And no one will talk to us about the Central Park case.
You know, at this point, I'm thinking we should look at Franklin for that one, too.
What?
How else would he know so much about it? It's the simplest explanation, Curtis. He killed his brother over a girl. Don't tell me you haven't seen that one a million times.
Yeah, I have. And while you might kill your brother over a lot of things, you don't hire a hitman to do it.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
if
don't
you'd never
think
gotten your
Franklin
hands
did
dirty
that
doing
either.
Anything else in life? So, Allison never saw her attacker?
Her memory comes and goes. Plus, CSU told us that she was lying face down when she was shot.
How are we gonna break this? What would Lenny have done?
Work the leads. You'd go back and re-interview everyone again.
Old school.
Yeah, you know what? I just thought of someone who might be motivated to talk to us now. Mickey Trevino.
Right. He's probably getting sick of prison. Maybe he wants to deal.
Interesting. Didn't think that we were going to be talking to him again.
Mickey Trevino. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to come visit us.
Detective Curtis, always a pleasure.
I got some more questions for you, Mickey.
About Pop? Turn right around and leave then, 'cause I got nothing to say.
What about your connection to a certain 9mm? What about a guy named Frank Vincenzo Jr.?
Depends, but I don't do favors. So we talking some kind of deal here?
Depends. What do you got for me?
Ask away.
Frank Vincenzo Jr.
Did you know Frank Vincenzo Jr. personally?
Sure, I know him. He lived in the building.
Is that true? Well, I don't know who Frank Vincenzo Jr. is. I'm gonna say yes. How do you know? Logan said Vincenzo murdered prostitutes in the same building. Van Buren had a list of tenants that included Mickey and Frank. Vincenzo stashed a gun in the HVAC unit of that building. Briscoe and Curtis set up a surveillance on Vincenzo at that address. Oh god, I don't know. Shit, I don't remember these. Oh god.
You know, some of the old farts could be cranky bastards, complaining about the heat. So I'd go up to his apartment and fix it. But he was cool. He'd give me this homemade brandy. We used to drink it right out of the mason jars.
He ever talked to you about what he did for a living?
Yeah, a couple of years ago, Frank got diagnosed with stage 4 melanoma. Cancer in his bones. We knew he was dying. After that, he started getting talkative.
Ah, that was the guy that we talked, the wife, I got it.
You told me originally you found that gun. You want to change your story?
Yeah, Frank gave me the gun, actually. He said it was untraceable.
Yeah, well, it was, until you used it.
What's your question, Detective?
I told you he used it in a crime,
Yeah, so what?
but I didn't tell you which one. Did he?
Yeah, he said it made headlines. He said I'd know it. And he said the case went cold.
Is this true? I'm gonna say yes. Why, Mickey was known as an expert on unsolved... Yes, it's that one! Go with it! Go with the convicted criminal on this one! Mickey's father was implicated as a suspect in the Jogger murder. The Jogger case was public and went unsolved. Vincenzo's wife confirmed that Briscoe totally blew it on the Joggers case.
What else?
After the deal.
Killers.
Give me
Killings,
something
I
for
mean.
the DA, Mickey.
All right. Remember when they shot up Gnocchi Balistreri right in front of Tally's bar? That was Frank. And you know your big collar when you nabbed Billy Delegati? You were so proud. Well, Billy didn't do none of that stuff you sent him up for. It was all Frank. You want proof? Frank's widow still got the guns, only she don't know she got them. They're in a cardboard box underneath the good silver. Mostly 9mm. That was his weapon of choice. Go look, and then we'll talk about the preppy joggers.
Sounds like a good one. Did Curtis mention the Central Park cases? Nope. Then how did he know? He knew Curtis was on the original case and bluffed. Mickey was the murderer. He guessed Curtis was frustrated and looking for someone to blame. He knows details about Vincenzo as the murder weapon.
I didn't mention the Central Park case.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Mickey. I'll talk to the DA. Meantime, don't leave town.
Very funny, Detective Curtis.
Hey, Benson. What's up?
I was gonna say, we did this whole
Jesus, I'll be
interview
right there.
without Olivia. I wonder what happened to her. This is honestly getting pretty interesting.